right, for this next segment, we are going to talk about images. When working with images, you may encounter three possible uses for images. You have the first one, which is an informational type image, which provides information within and should be conveyed to your audience. So if you notice, I do have a flyer for Southwestern College's EOPS program, and it contains a lot of information, not just text. They list the services that they provide, classroom presentations, department presentations, or EOPS application information. They list what they offer. They also include social media handles as well as URLs and a QR code. So is alt text required for this type of image? Yes, it is. What kind of alt text can be applied to this flyer for EOPS? Well, it could contain everything that is written below or near. As long as the information is copied exactly as it is, either in the alt text or near the image, it is considered accessible. If you want to put the text below the image or next to the image, and then place a alt text of EOPS flyer for Partner with Us for Student Success, that works fine too. If you take a look at the next image, this is just an image of some banners, sign banners. These could be considered decorative because all they're really doing is they're adding visual elements to a publication. So there's no alt text required for something like this. But when the accessibility tool is running, it will, well, it should, I should say, provide you with the opportunity to mark that image as decorative. And then the last type of image is a functional image. This image actually serves as a functional object as well as just being an image itself. So for example, this college, Southwestern College's Sun logo, when hyperlinked, it can serve that purpose of not just being a visual graphic or graphic. It can also be a clickable object that refers the web visitor to Southwestern College's homepage. So how do we fix this? Since it's one of the ones that is highlighted here under Media and Illustrations, let's go ahead and click on that entry. And if you notice, it is highlighting the image for me. It's telling me that the EOPS is missing alt text. So what can I go ahead and add? Well, if I wanted to, I could go ahead and include all of the text that is in the flyer, right? Or if I've gone ahead and placed that text below the image or next to the image, I can just go ahead and say EOPS Partner with Us for Student Success. Flyer. Okay, period at the end, very important, especially if you do end up using more than one sentence, you definitely want to put a punctuation sign, period, at the end of each sentence. And if you notice, it is giving me now the opportunity to save the alt text. So if I save it and then move on, notice how it is down to 2 media and illustration errors. In this case, the next one that is being hinted is that decorative banner. And this is where you can go ahead and say, well, we don't need to necessarily provide a missing alt text. I can just go ahead and mark this as decorative. As soon as I do that, notice how the media and illustrations drops to 1 of 1. And now for this one, I can go ahead and say Southwestern College. Oops. Sun logo. Oops. That hyperlinks to Southwestern College's homepage. I'll still add my period. I can go ahead and save it. And now that I've gone ahead and added my alt text to all 3 images, notice how the accessibility assistant is now reading looks good, no issues found, but that really shouldn't discourage us from continuing to check our email. One thing you probably noticed is that the accessibility checker also caught things like tables. All tables should include a header row that indicates what each column in the table represents. If it's a crosstab table, it should include column headers as well as row headers. We are not allowed, or we should really avoid using merged or split cells, and the table should really be a fixed width table. Okay, let's move on to the next tip.